So my name is Raphael Washington, Wayne County Sheriff. So me being in law enforcement for over 40 years, and it being the only thing that I've ever wanted to do in my adult life was be a law enforcement officer, I can't say that I've faced many barriers. And if I had, I simply navigated through them because it's all I ever wanted to do. So I don't have a lot of barriers that I can remember that I had to break through in my profession. Well, I hope they feel inspired because if they've watched me work over the years, and a lot of people have, I'm all about service and being a servant leader. And I think that resonates with people that the county that I have to serve, my constituents who count on me to do what I do. And so I think that inspires them, that they see the genuality in what I am, who I am in my profession, and I think that resonates with them, and it inspires them to do so. Wow. So as I'm building my legacy through law enforcement, and I continue to do that now as the leader, the sheriff of Wayne County, I hope my legacy is going to be defined as someone who simply loved to serve people. I think that's what resonates with people. That's what they tell me. And I'm about making sure that every day I get up, that I love to go to work and that I love to serve people. And I think that's what my legacy will say at the end of my career, that he loved to serve people and he treated people the right way. So I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work. I'm making myself accessible to my constituents, the people that I serve, and that resonates as well. People don't call me and bother me about things. They just want to know that if they needed to, the sheriff has made himself available to them, and they can always count on him. I would describe my leadership style as treating people the way I would want to be treated, making sure that, again, that I'm accessible. I don't believe you can be a public servant and not be accessible to the public. That doesn't add up to me. So I'm making sure that I'm accessible all the time, and that's my style, that the sheriff is here for the people. You know, I talk to children a lot, young people a lot, and they ask a lot of questions when I'm talking to them, and they often thank me for being there to talk to them. I think that's where the influence comes in. They listen to what I'm saying. They want to be a part of law enforcement, some of them, and I think the way that I present that to them, it influences them to want to succeed and be a part of what I'm explaining to them, which is how to come into law enforcement and be successful in doing that. I've received some accolades and things, although I do not do this job for that. I think the achievement is going to be the fact that he did it the right way, that I woke up every day and went to work and treated people the right way again, and the achievements reaching the top of my profession after, again, 40 so years or so in law enforcement, reaching the top. I've always had aspirations that one day maybe I would be a leader, the leader of a law enforcement agency. Didn't know it would be the sheriff's office. However, I'm happy to be the leader, the sheriff of Wayne County, and I think that's the highest achievement that I've had in law enforcement, and I'm grateful for it. In elementary school, I got hurt playing, and I had to be carried home, taken home by the school police officer. And on the way home, that school police officer, Officer Cross, I'll never forget, talked to me about making right decisions and growing up I think I must have been in the 5th or 6th grade at that point, and making right decisions, treating people the right way, making sure that you're paying attention to the adults who are trying to make sure that we succeed in elementary school and even on further than that. He talked to me and talked to me about that on the way home, and I said to myself, I want to be a police officer. True story. I want to be a police officer, and so I set my path to do that for the rest of my schooling through junior high and high school and on to college. And I had an opportunity to be hired by the Detroit Police Department, and Officer Cross was still the officer who took me home and got me started and said the things to me that made me want to be a police officer. And that's where I am today, and I'm grateful for that. Didn't like being hurt. I had 3 stitches I had to put in my eye, next to my eye, because I fell on the ice and got hurt. But it turned into something good. So the best advice I probably have gotten, which has resonated and I've carried it on through my adult life, is that you treat people the way you want to be treated. It's simple. It's as simple as that. And I often say to people who complain about a lot of things and you know, it just seems like it ruins their day. I tell people all the time, listen, don't sweat the small stuff, all right? And it's all small stuff when you look at it. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. I remember we were in school the day he was killed, and April 4th, I believe it was, for April 4th, and we dismissed school, and we had learned a little bit about him at that point, but as that happened, and obviously as we go on further and learn more about him, historically an influencer, someone who said the right things, I believe, and things that I live by, things that he said that I live by even today. I don't know, because I don't have an end time in my mind on when I'm going to be done with law enforcement. So however, I think about my future when I think about it as what else can I do in law enforcement? How else can I help people? Even if I'm not in law enforcement anymore, how can I continue to serve people and help people? And I think about that. But again, as I think about that in the right now, because I don't have an out time when I think I'll be done with law enforcement. Most satisfaction I get out of my job when I'm going home for the day is that I helped somebody today. Whether it's something that I had to do in the street, whether it's my staff, my deputies who work with me in the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, I was able to guide them and talk to them and encourage them. When I go home every day, I think about I served, I helped someone, and that's what makes me happy and allows me to sleep well at night, because I helped somebody today. Wow. So what it means to me is humbly I receive that. I have never signed up for this job to receive accolades and awards and things like that. I just wanted to help Mr. and Mrs. Brown, talk to Mr. and Mrs. Green as I walked the beat when I was a young officer, as I drove vehicles and had to go to various situations and try to help people. I think being named as one of the Power 50, Michigan Chronicles Power 50, is humbling, and if the things I've done allows me to be named as one of the Michigan Chronicles Power 50, I'll take it, and I'm humbled for it. So thank you.